Hey everybody, thank you for joining me at Today in Prophecy Daily News in 15 minutes or less. I'm Tom Hughes. A lots to talk about. Let's get started here. There's been this massive storm, Category 4 hurricane that went through Florida, then Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, other places too. And biblical devastation is what some of the descriptions are coming out about the storm. As of 24 hours ago, an estimated $100 billion in property damage. That number has gone up since then. A number of lives have been lost, and that continues to increase. Just things are absolutely, lives are destroyed. People have been killed. People have lost everything. And I'm going to ask you, wherever you are, please remember to keep these folks in the southeastern portion of the U.S. in your prayers. Just absolute horrible what has happened, but it is a reminder of the days that we live in also, as these types of things are happening, that, listen, we see the spiritual storm that's coming with the dynamic of the last days. So as we remember these things, remember also, most of all, that Jesus saves, and this world is not our home, and he has prepared a place for us in heaven, and he wants us to be there with him. He said, will he in no way cast out anybody who comes to him. Along with that, so many different things are going on here. Elon Musk says that this election coming, it will be the last election for the USA. Voting for Trump is the only way to save democracy. Very few Americans realize that. If Trump is not elected, this will be the last election. Far from being a threat to democracy, Trump is the only way to save democracy, says Elon Musk. I'm telling you, Kamala Harris gets in, folks, it is game over. I'm going to show you a short video here in a minute. You got to pay attention to what is going on. And then we're going to move over to Israel. And listen, I want to remind you also regarding Israel, joining me from Israel is going to be October 13th, Temecula, 412 Church in Temecula, Sunday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Join me. Hananya Naftali is going to be joining me. He's going to be in person. He's made his way to the United States. He's actually on the East Coast right now in the area of the storms, by the way. He's coming out here to the West. He's going to be joining me again October 13th. It is free to attend. I would encourage you to come out. We're going to get firsthand news. He's been reporting on behalf of Netanyahu, by the way. You can check out all of his things that he has. Unbelievable. Keeps us updated every day on things going on in Israel. He's been to the north where Hezbollah is. He's been living through all of the devastation, but he's been reporting on all of these things. And again, he's going to be joining me. 412 Church in Temecula, firsthand information, insight that we just aren't getting anywhere else. We can't get anywhere else, really. So join us again, October 13th, Sunday night. Mark your calendars. It is free. And then also, Chaim Mailspin is going to be joining me on Tuesday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. Join me for that. It's going to be great. I have an opportunity to interview him. He's going to be bringing, he's also from Israel. He's going to be bringing the firsthand information right here to us on Hope for Our Times. That's going to be 2 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Looking forward to that. It's just going to be an outstanding conversation with him. All right, let's go back to the election coming up. I've been warning, many people have been warning, listen, if Kamala gets in, Tim Walz gets in, this is bad news. I believe Elon Musk is right. We're looking at the end of democracy. They're claiming it's the end of democracy. If Trump wins, no, it's the opposite. Here's proof. This is John Kerry. It's a short video. Listen to what he says. He's going to say that we must get in because we have to end free speech as we know it in order for them to take control. No, I'm not making this up. He actually just said this. This isn't like 15 years ago. He just said this. So they're spinning it, vote for Kamala, but then he tells the truth. Here's why. So we can end free speech as we know it. We can shut down people like you, people like me. I'm not kidding you. Watch this video.
The dislike of and anguish over social media is just growing and growing and growing. And it's part of our problem, particularly in democracies, in terms of building consensus around any issue. It's really hard to govern today. You can't, there's no, the referees we used to have to determine what's a fact and what isn't a fact have kind of, been eviscerated to a certain degree. And people go, and people self-select where they go for their news or for their information. And then you just get into a vicious cycle. So it's really, really hard, much harder to build consensus today than at any time in the 45, 50 years I've been involved in this. And there's a lot of discussion now about how you curb those entities in order to guarantee that you're going to have, some accountability on facts, et cetera. But look, if people go to only one source and the source they go to is sick and, has an agenda and they're putting out disinformation, our First Amendment stands as a major block to the ability to be able to just, hammer it out of existence. So what we need is to win the ground, win the right to govern by hopefully having, winning enough votes that you're free to be able to implement change.
So there you go. Get enough votes to implement change, to shut up people like us. Why? Because he even said it. People go and they select what they want to hear. That's right, because we're tired of your lies. We're tired of being told to believe the lies that you tell us. So what he just admitted there also is we've been lied to for decades upon decades by the media, and now suddenly people are starting to wake up. We can't allow that. This is unbelievable. Those are his words, hence why they're saying, gotta vote for Kamala. He just said it, vote for Kamala, we can control the media. We can control what people hear. We can go after we can deal with what they label disinformation. It is disinformation. Here's why. It's disinformation in the fact that it challenges their lying information. That's what the problem is. These people are liars. When you think of Revelation chapter 6, and the rider on the white horse that goes about conquering and to conquer, guess what? You realize, well, wait a minute, what are they planning on doing? How are they going to conquer us? They want to keep us all within their bubble. They want us to hear only their narrative. You look at these things and you start to look at all the other information we have. I'm telling you right now, did you see evangelicals for Kamala? That's out there too. They're lying about everything, folks, because they want to get rid of the fact. They don't want people to hear facts. They want people to only hear their lies. And know this. In fact, why are they bothered? We're open to conversations. They don't want to have conversations. They don't want to have them. We're open to conversations. Let's talk about this. No, they want to shut it down. Why? Because they know these are facts. They don't want the facts getting out. They can't handle the facts, because then people can start to form an opinion that they don't like. So much so, I'm going to get to this, asking questions, children in schools are now being told is a form of disinformation. I'm going to get to that in a few more minutes, but I got to show you this. Let's switch over to Israel. Folks, you got to hear this. Look at this. We've been watching what's happening. Nasrallah has been killed. Israel has just absolutely been annihilating wicked Hezbollah. Iran doesn't know what to do as of right now. Khomeini, Ayatollah Khomeini, he's in hiding. Hamas is about ready to be completely cleaned up. Guerrilla warfare there. Now Israel's going house to house to get their hostages. Israel has gone after, just absolutely gone after the Houthis in Yemen. So Israel is doing something the West doesn't want done. And they're losing control of Israel. These Western deep staters and globalists are realizing, we have a problem with Israel. They're actually defeating the enemies. We've been telling them, you're not going to defeat them. We're not going to give you weapons. We're not going to, we have a problem. They did this to pagers. They did this to walkie-talkies. And look what they did to just annihilate the enemy. Israel is winning, and Israel is going to win. And the West doesn't like that, because the West wants to control Israel. What's happening is the way is being paved to open up for the Antichrist to come in, because now the West is going to have to shift gears. But check this out. Here it is. Israel National News. Pope on Nasrallah's elimination. Immoral actions. Asked about Israel's strike to eliminate the Hezbollah leader, Pope Francis said that even in war, there's morality to be safeguarded. Okay, he said all kinds of things. I don't have time to read this all, but listen to this. You got to hear this. When there is something disproportionate. Wow, wait a minute. What's that the context? He said this, I quote, I didn't quite understand how things have been evolving, but defense must also be proportionate to the attack. When there is something disproportionate, a domineering tendency that goes beyond morality is evident. In other words, what he's saying is Israel's acting disproportionate. Are they really? You're an evil man. The Pope is evil. I'm telling you. You look at this, you go, wait a minute. Hezbollah has been firing rockets at Israel for 40 years. You have Hamas, you have Hezbollah, you have the Houthis, you have the people inside Judea and Samaria, funded by Iran from money that comes from the U.S. to launch rockets, to launch missiles, all aimed at Israel, and they actually fire them, and they actually kill people, and they actually slaughter people, and they actually butcher people. And this has been going on for decades upon decades upon decades. Israel finally has to say, wait a minute, we aren't going to take missiles into our homes anymore. And this Pope says that's disproportionate. What an evil man. Because he's evil, he wants Israel to be eliminated. He is not for Israel. He is against Israel. And I'm telling you right now, a whole lot of people in the West, the deep staters, the globalists, they do not like the fact that little tiny Israel has been so powerful and so big and so big that they are absolutely destroying the enemy. Even Iran is cowering to them. And by the way, people in Iran and Lebanon are celebrating that Israel has done this. And Iran also knows this, so does Hezbollah. There's a whole lot of people that are Arab background and Persian background that live in those areas that are on Israel's side, that are spies for Israel, and they found out they have a problem. Why? Because they're siding with Israel because they know Israel stands for what is good, and these evil regimes are wicked, and they're putting up with it. So Ayatollah knows he has a problem. All of them know that they have a huge problem. And I'm looking at this. Little tiny Israel has done something the U.S. couldn't do, that nations just couldn't do. So much so, check this out. Former British commander said no Western military has achieved what Israel has the last 2 weeks in Lebanon. Wow. No Western military has been able to achieve that. Jared Kushner even reported that it's been Israel did more in the last 6 weeks than the U.S. did in the last 20 years to deal with terrorists. You look at these things and you're just going, but here's where it's going to go. I'm telling you, this is where it's going to go. Israel's going to continue to push. Israel has to deal with the problem of Hezbollah. They have to deal with Hamas. They got to deal with these problems. And then there's going to be the whole tactic from the West towards Israel is going to shift because they realize they've lost control of Israel. Israel isn't cowering down to the deep staters and the globalists. Between Obama and Biden, they've been pushed too far. Kamala, they know would be even worse. So what are they going to do? The West is going to change their tactics, going to pretend it's coming. The day is coming, not today, but it's coming, I'm telling you, to pretend peace with Israel. And they're going to try, and a leader's going to come up and pretend to be the peaceful leader. We're going to help. The attention's going to go onto the Temple Mount. The attention's going to go onto Jerusalem itself, and the leader's going to come. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but this is the direction it's going to go. The attention now is going to shift there because they don't want to deal with the Palestinian problem anymore. It's not working. So what are they going to do? The Palestinian propaganda is going to shift. They're going to shift how they do it and pretend peace. We're coming here to protect you, Israel. We're even, the day is coming, we're going to help you build a temple. It's going to be an evil plan. Out of it's going to rise Antichrist. You wait, you watch, you'll see. But this direction things are going. Listen again, Chaim Mailspin's going to be joining me from Israel, 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Do not miss it. Folks, he's going to be bringing the firsthand information. Look at everything. I've never had him on before. Great opportunity. Again, 2 o'clock Tuesday. Join me for Chaim. Going to be absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, Naftali on October 13th, 412 Church in Temecula, 5 o'clock in the evening. God bless you, everybody. Today in Prophecy, and we will see you tomorrow.